American football brings you the divisional round of...
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 2. Running the toss to Brooks here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Panthers.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete till again. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are good.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And now it gets real, because as a rookie quarterback, all those accolades and great performances in the regular season, they essentially go right out the window. They get erased.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this... mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now a play fake here on 1st down. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Great effort there. 59 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jake Ferguson. 63 yards. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the first carry here for the running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions have taken the lead. Aubrey good with the PAT.
And the lead is now 21-14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. Sam Laporta, 26 yards. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a second and 10. Looking to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And taken right on the 30. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
A strong running. Whoa! It still won't go down.
Still going. He may go.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Jonathan Brooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
He sets to fire deep.
That is incomplete.
So we've come upon halftime here in this.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a handoff to Brooks.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. Down to the 42, second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Big Derek Brown making the stop. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Fights him off. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been... The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Panthers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Down the left sideline.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Aubrey now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll look to throw here.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's pulled in by Brooks. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Down the left sideline.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
This has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead.
Here's another completion for big yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They're going to look to throw.
He's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Aubrey now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
They'll look to throw again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught by Laporta.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference, see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.